it was either get a full-time job, I had to do something, or play tennis. So I decided I would play tennis. Yeah.
That sounds like a wonderful choice to me.
It was too. So that's what, and I've been playing for 20 years now. So I think can I just explain a little bit about our tournament to you? I think one of the things, we offer a lot. We offer the food that we offer. Bonefish comes and cooks on site on Thursday nights, and this is all developing relationships with these people, over the years. We don't serve pizza. We don't, and, take this out, tell them no quotes on this. We don't serve Subway. We don't serve pizza. We have a local chef who caters breakfast Saturday morning. Our tournament is 2 days long. We start around noon on Friday, and we play until we finish on Saturday. On Thursday night, what I was telling you earlier, what we do a Calcutta, which is where people bet on teams. It's golf Calcuttas, I'm sure you've heard of. There aren't a lot of tennis Calcuttas.
Tennis one year, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed it, and I wondered why more people don't do it. We did it at our annual meeting. It was super fun.
We raised, and we started doing it not with it wasn't so much to raise more money as it was to just have a fun kickoff and to include all the men who kept saying, why can't we play? Well, you can't play because it's a female tournament, and we're not going to change that. But so men and women, and normally, and just because of time constraints, not because of courts, we play with 10 pros on Thursday night. They each have an A, B, and C player. And it takes a while to do that. But like I say, we have someone come out and cook on site, which is good. We serve a lot of wine and beer, which is all donated, which is good. We sell cups and not drinks, so that, I just think that everybody gets excited on Thursday night. We set up for the tournament. I don't know if you've seen our website, but there are a lot of pictures. And if you need, it's pinkribbontennis.com. Pretty much everybody wears pink. We take pictures of pink sunsets. We used to play with pink balls, but the people who were serious whined about it, so we stopped doing that. So we play with blue balls now. Our prizes are sought after. I think that helps a lot. I think that people want our prizes, and what we've done the last couple of years, and we've done a lot of things like this, is we'll either get a local artist to do some pottery, or we've done blown glass the last couple of years, and people want these prizes. They want the prizes. So I think that helps a lot. I think it makes a difference doing that, and somebody giving you a beer mug that says Bud Light tournament, or whatever. I think that attracts women, like that stuff. We have a huge silent auction. We normally bring in probably about 50,000 on our silent auction. And we have great things in it. And I don't know how much you participate in silent auctions. Men bid, if we've got a lesson that's a $60 lesson, men are just bid $60. Women bid $20. Because, whatever the minimum is, that's what they bid. Because that's, we all want a bargain. And my husband would laugh at this. But that's what, so the silent auction is huge. We have a lot of people who come out for that. We have people who come in. We have groups who come in from Texas and Georgia that come in every year. We have 256 players. We do 264 team draws. Wow. And we fill up within minutes.
Wow.
We just have started these past, we may have done it 2 years, I think, and then would have done it last year. We are doing sign up online. Finally, we decided to move ahead with the younger people. But and that used to be an event, but I think people, it was a lot of work. Our sign up, because we did food, and we always have something going on. I think that makes a huge difference. And I think if you do something like that once and you just get better every year, then word of mouth. And so we pull in all of these younger people. We have a lot of teenagers who play and beat everyone, but I think that makes a huge difference. We keep snacks out all the time, and we keep good snacks out,
Yeah. Snacks and beverages.
I think food makes a huge difference. Our goodie bags are full of great things. We do We do dry fit long sleeve t-shirts, and we've done that for years, way before anybody else did long sleeve. We have, Pensacola's not huge, but we have 3 big healthcare facilities here, and everybody donates a lot to us. Everybody's been touched by breast cancer. That helps a lot.
That's what I was going to ask you, there are really 2 things you said that really resonated with me. One is just what women like, and that there's the social component, but it's also tied to a cause. And do you feel like doing more fundraiser types of events really helps attract more women? Because then they're sort of like, I'm coming out for a good cause. I'm not really coming out to beat everybody or to win a trophy. Everybody's kind of a winner, sort of a thing.
I think you're absolutely right. I think that's what it is. Women, of course, identify with breast cancer. None of us, my high school friends, 4 of them have had breast cancer. My close friends, not just, on the perimeter, 4 of them have had breast cancer. We've watched players die from breast cancer, and everyone has seen that. So that helps us a lot.
Yeah, it really resonates.
I don't remember for sure. I did not chair it the first year, but I participated in it, but I didn't chair it. 3 or 4 dozen, maybe 48 people, maybe 24 teams, raised a couple of $1,000. But it was started off correctly. It was, I remember, a couple of our first goodie bags were, one of them was, which isn't a bag, but people loved it. We rolled them up and tied them. We did mats for the front door for outside tennis mats. Well, this was of course in 2003. People couldn't get stuff like that. You can get anything now, but that was just like the coolest thing. And then we did, those little hard-sided coolers, Igloo, I think they are, with the little handle. Yeah. And we did those, but they were breast cancer ones. We just have, we try to go above and beyond every year on what we do with this stuff. And I know when I go, there's a big tournament here that's a great tournament, but when I play in that tournament, I get a Winn-Dixie bag with a shirt in it and a chapstick and some accessories, So I think people are so excited to get our goodie bags. I think that makes a huge difference to women.
That's really good advice there. And just the growth, if you do it right the first time, it might be small. I think sometimes people think, oh, I'm going to get, 500 people right off the bat. And that's not really how it happens. But if you can attract women talk to each other. Word of mouth is like super powerful among women. I feel like if you have a good experience, you're going to tell your friends, you're going to invite them out.
Well, and that's what's happened. I had a friend who lived here, and they moved to Atlanta, and they would bring 50 Alta women. We don't have room for them, and they can't get in because it fills up too quickly. But if she could bring that many women, she would. And then, like I say, we've got a group from Texas that has come for years and years, and we don't really seek out these players because we don't need them. And you can only have so many players, it's, to get through that many matches is a lot. I think for newer players, if you can explain, and we try very hard to explain to them what a compass draw is, because we do.
we need a video tutorial on that.
I remember my first tournament.
Yeah, I remember the first tournament. Someone tried to explain that to me, and I was like, what now? Like, why? So, and
it's supposed to lose the first round. It's like, well, you're going to lose the first round. But we try really hard to explain that, and we finally have gotten it through to most people, and we try to re-explain it every year. This is what's going to happen. You're going to play people, and you're going to go, why'd they put me in this bracket? Why did they do this? But if you look, you're going to, it's going to go out, and you're going to be okay. I think that helps a lot. We have 32 winners and 32 finals. So yeah, so all those people get prizes.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what bracket you were in. if you take that prize home, you took that prize home. And that's what, so I think that helps. I think that helps a lot. People are excited. We take pictures of all the winners and you'll see them on our website, and we put them on our website. And, none of us are computer wizards. We have the girl who does our website. She's my computer guru who does everything except send emails for me. So she puts everything on there. We try to, we're very, very appreciative to our sponsors, and therefore we have reoccurring sponsors every year. We've had the same sponsors for a long time. We have a 501. So on in our 501, and I actually have cut the board down in the last couple of years because I couldn't get a quorum at a meeting, and I was tired of having meetings and not having a quorum. So if you cut it down, you can get a quorum. And I think now we're looking at, including me, we're looking at like 9 people on it. Other than that, we have had a Mardi Gras group come in and help us with manpower mainly. They've done a few other things and they're fabulous, but they have come in. The manpower is huge. We do hours for high school students to get to come out and break down and clean up, because we try to get everything done. We're so tired by Saturday night, that we're ready to go. The other thing that I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but we have a disc jockey. We've had live bands out there, and they play the entire time that people are playing.
And they don't bother them, that it doesn't bother them?
Complain about it, but move on. We're there to have fun.
Right.
And, if they want it, we have at Roger Scott, we have 10 clay courts, Rubco courts, and we have 18 hard courts. They're separated by a good distance. So if they're bothering you, we'll try to put you up on one of the other courts.
Do you do it on the hard courts, or do you use all of the courts, hard and clay?
We use 28 courts, yes.
Wow. Yeah. And how do you separate who gets to play on the hard and who gets on the clay?
If we know that we try to just assign a court. Mm-hmm. Listen, and I have fabulous pros. That's another thing that
you do have a good group there.
These guys, I have a guy who stands at a board for 2 days, stands at a board taking scores and writing them down and keeping up and moving them to the bracket and telling them where they're going to play next. I have a guy who sits at a table for 2 days, and then I've got 2 or 3 other pros who are running all over the place doing this stuff. We have, and that manpower, that's what we need. We need we have people who are running beer up to the other courts. We do a lot of that, especially when we're trying to raise some money, because people tend to spend a little bit more, But we are a totally volunteer grassroots organization. We have never paid a volunteer for anything, and we've raised over $1 million.
That's amazing. And I think that is the power of, what you can do when you have a motivated group of people that know their audience really, really well. And obviously you do. And I think that's kind of one of the things that gets lost sometimes, is that tournaments don't have to be sanctioned tournaments for points and a winner. Like, there can be really fun ways to support a cause, and that there are people out there who are really interested in it. How many people would you say play in your tournament that don't play in any other type of tournament, that this is just the one that they do? The majority, minority?
Half of them probably.
That's powerful, because I think sometimes we talk to ourselves a lot, and we think, oh, okay, we got to get these same people playing more things. And it's like, no, there are people out there who might play a tournament, particularly women. You're just not offering something that they really want. And I'd play a charity tournament, because for me, that's, I'm not good. So for me, if I'm going to go out there, I'm going to have fun. That's what I care about. I'm not there to win.
I will tell you, sometimes I play in this tournament. Most of the time I don't, because it's so unfair to my partner, because I'm constantly being pulled off.
And you're pulled in a different direction.
And my focus isn't that great anyway, and I'm not that young anymore anyway. And but I'm trying to. I haven't won very many rounds in it, and normally I'll play with, and I'm just a solid 3-5 player. I'm not a great player, you know, but normally I'll play with someone with a lesser player, and so I'll be in a bracket that I should just be killing people and don't. So
well, I used to think about that, you know, the most fun I had playing softball tournaments were the charity tournaments. I never really enjoyed the ones that were super competitive, because once you got to a certain round, it was like you were going to get killed or everybody took it too seriously. And so I just was like, hey, I want to be on the team that's just there to have fun and really wants to lose after 4 games. Like, I don't want to play more than 4 or 5 games. I'm done after that.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, so what we're, you know, what you need to do, you need to get 2 partners, and then y'all can switch back and forth.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do in softball. We're like, we need a team of 20 people so that this 10 plays this game, this 10 plays this game, and we rotate.
Did you play softball in college?
No, so I played all through high school. Didn't play anything in college. I wish I had tried out for the softball team, but it was too much for me at the time. So then after college, I started to play softball as an adult again and really played league, you know, which was very enjoyable. I was sort of like most of our, I guess, our tennis league ladies. You know, I played 4 or 5 times a week after work. And then started to play tournaments. Like, there was an overnight tournament that we loved. We would go down to Richmond, Virginia. And I mean, this was when we were young and could stay up all night. So it's like, we would all be like in our late 20s. We'd go there and you'd start at, 11, and the final games were like 7 a.m. And honestly, by like 2 or 3 a.m., everybody was like tired or inebriated. They wanted to be done. And big people were like, do I have to play? And so it kind of made it more fun because you were camping out with your friends, you were playing softball all night. And then by the morning you were like, okay, that was fun. I don't even care if I won or lost. I just had a great time. And that, to me, those were the most fun events that I had. And I played tournaments when I lived over in Daytona Beach. They used to do charity tournaments over there, which again were the most fun that we played. And we didn't have anything like a compass draw. So what we had was more like straight winner loser bracket, and it was double elimination.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So for us, it was more like, you knew when you got to a certain point, you knew right away after like the first couple rounds, you were going to get to that point with that team that you were going to get like hammered. And so most people by that time were like, can we just go home, you know?
We had to cancel this year because I start raising money and getting stuff probably in July or August for a March or April tournament. And I just felt like that, to begin with, to get people to donate in this. But the other thing was, even the people who I knew would donate to me out of obligation because they've been just so good and so wonderful to us through the years, I couldn't ask these people for money or food. I just, I couldn't go in there. I have, we have a barbecue place here that we use. I don't know how they're keeping their doors open. I couldn't go and say, hey, by the way, can you feed 250 people for me Saturday night? Do you mind? So we just decided, and then, and this was months ago that we decided to cancel this year because we had everything set and we were going. And then somebody on my board said, and we were in a Zoom meeting, said, I don't want to be a super spreader. And I'm like, oh, I don't either.
I think by next year we'll all be in a better spot. So you definitely send me the dates. And when you start planning this year, one of the goals that we have, and I know this was a question that I had for you and we're kind of running out of time, but one of the goals we have at USTA Florida is actually to put more of these women's events on our calendar and support them. So this summer, when you do get into your planning phase, please reach out to me and give me the details. And Christine Ducey, who's Megan's manager, she's our director of adult tennis. She oversees all of our adult tournaments, and she really wants to do more with the women's piece. So I think this could be something that we might be able to partner on and, provide something for that, if another sponsor can't because of COVID, or they're just not able, we understand that maybe we can step in and provide something else. So I know Christine's very, very interested in this. And it's also part of the reason we're trying to get a better handle on what's out there.
Right.
Because for many years, we focused more on the traditional competitive tournaments, that's fine, but it doesn't really attract as many women to the game. And we want to do a better job there.
We'll find you a partner. You come play. And
I mean, a good one.
I mean, we've got so many. Our finals are tough. I mean, these people who are playing, these are good. We have 5-0 and 5-5 players who play.
Well, that's what I need. Maybe I'll bring one of my women colleagues who's a 5-0 and say, look, you need to carry me through this.
You could bring her. You bring her. And it's just a great thing to see. But look at the website. Please feel free to call me or have your assistant call me anytime if y'all have any questions. And it's, we're not really hunting players. Not that we won't take, because I'll always find a place for people I like. But it's.
Well, we want to support it. And so I think that's really the main thing for me is I'd like to have us support you since you've done all of this wonderful work. And then I also want to see if other facilities can start doing more things like this. It doesn't necessarily have to be the exact same thing, but we're just trying to build awareness. A lot of facilities are run by men. You have a great one. I mean, I know Roger Scott, and that is one of my favorite areas and facilities anywhere in the state. You have the right people, they care, it's an awesome community, but that's not the case everywhere. And so I'm trying to kind of get some of these other facilities, even some of our own, to open their eyes and say, there's a space out there that you're not filling, and maybe this will generate some ideas and we can get like 2 or 3 more facilities say we want to do a women's only event. Here's what would resonate in our area, and we can support them as well and get more women out playing.
I would love to talk to anybody about, how we started and what we did. And, and this may be a request. I don't know if you can do it or not. When we're listed in whatever article that we're listed in, this tournament was started in honor of a breast cancer survivor. Makes me cry. Our tournament now, we're calling Pink Ribbon Tennis for Shirley.
For Shirley, okay.
She died last year, about 1.5 years ago, and I'd love to see that.
Keep doing good things and don't hesitate to reach out if we can help you.
Okay, we will. Thank you. Bye-bye.